Okay, so a lot of people try to claim that Tafweedh al-Mana is an innovation. So I'm just going to try to show you that it isn't. Now, first of all, this is from Ibn Qudama. He says, and whatever is ambiguous from these verses, referring to the Sifat, it is compulsory to affirm its words, to leave the seeking of its meaning, and consign its knowledge to Allah, right? So you could just look at the Arabic here, wa itrak, meaning leave, and the ma'naha, meaning to leave the meaning, right? That's tafweed and mana, simple as that. And you have many verses here, where mentioning, many quotes from him. We affirm it without a modality or a meaning, right? In Arabic, I'm not going to look for it, but the word mana is definitely there. I've checked, right? And you find in every single, leave the meaning, leave the meaning. That's the point, right? Now, I want to show you that. First off, okay, let me show you that it's originally from the Quran. That's where they got it from. Let's read it here. It is He who has sent down to you the book. In it are verses that are precise. They are the foundation of the book, and others unspecific. As for those in whose hearts is deviation from the truth, they will follow that of it which is unspecific, seeking discord and seeking an interpretation. And no one knows its true interpretation except Allah. But those firm in knowledge say, we believe in it, all of it. It is from our Lord. No one will be reminded except those of understanding. Now the key here is this, right? Because a lot of Salafis will say, oh, uh, wheel means hidden meaning, right? And they try to trick you and say, oh, no, you can't. This verse doesn't apply to that because wheel means to take a metaphorical understanding. But if you click on the word ta'wil, it never says metaphor or hidden meaning. It just says interpretation, right? Pretty sure it's unanimous that the word ta'wil means interpretation of any sort. It doesn't have to mean a hidden meaning or a metaphor, right? So when you say stuff like this, right, you look right here, you find that, sorry, you find that Ibn Uthaymeen, right, who's like the leader of Salafis, he admits about Ibn Qudama that he was adherent upon the methodology of the Tafweedh, right? And he says it's from the worst of methodologies and the filthiest of them. So how are you going to tell me that the worst methodology is in the Quran, right? And then you have, I believe Al-Bani also said something, right? Okay, so uh, he's admitting that he also did it, right? He admitted that Ibn Qudama was doing Tafweedh. Now, what's interesting is you even have some. Now, this is a random forum post, right? So I can't really confirm its authenticity, but I wouldn't be. I mean, I'm not. We shouldn't be surprised if this idea of Tawheed being bad originates from, Ibn Taymiyyah, because all his Ibn Uthaymeen follows it. So, anyways, he says, as for Tawheed, then it is known that Allah orders us to reflect over the Quran, and I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but the point is that he basically says, see, like he says, the dangers of Tafweed. So he's basically saying Tafweed is a form of ta'til, and he criticizes Tafweed. But the Quran is clearly encouraging Tafweed here. Clearly saying just leave the meaning to Allah. It just doesn't use the word Tafweed. And you also have this, where Ibn Baz says, let me find it. I believe Ibn Baz says that Tafweed is bad too, right? Somewhere here. It's a long thing. But the point is, look, I think it's pretty clear that this verse is promoting Tafweed. And it's very clear that Ibn Qudama promoted Tafweed. And so you can't say that it's an innovation if it's in the Quran. And you can't say that Ibn Qudama didn't do it, because I just showed you clearly right here throughout this whole entire thing that he did. That's it.